just want you to come to me. They just want.
Hey yo, what's good, you guys? It's Boomer with Bali Star, and today we're getting into how British YouTubers shook up the entire hip hop world, man. Now, I think he's talking about Patrick CC. This is a video by Hello Yassine, by the way. But I think he's talking about Patrick CC. When he made that documentary about Vaughn, and yeah, everybody was at his head top, bro. You feel me? So, yeah, man, let's get straight on into it, man. Let's see if there's further information or so, man. Make sure to leave a like, support the video if you enjoy, subscribe if you're new, so that we can join up with the all-star gang up in this thing. Let's get straight on into it, man. Let's go.
What's poppin', yo? Despite being a white guy from England, Trap Lord Ross has become one of the most
Trap Lord Ross, that was his name, not Patrick CC. Trap Lord Ross.
Completely shaking up the entire
My bad, all white guys look the same to me.
His success is an incredibly interesting story that should inspire anyone out there looking to build a career off the back of their biggest passions. Trap Lord Ross' full name is not in the public domain, but this is a sensible option for some of the topics that people find controversial that he covers. What we do know is that his name is Ross, and he was born in London, but grew up in a nearby town. While growing up in the 90s and early 2000s, he had an insatiable love for hip-hop and was introduced to the genre by his older brothers, who were also aspiring rappers and producers. He grew up during the advent of LimeWire, a sketchy, if not illegal, downloading service that allowed people to get music for free. He cited Eminem, 50 Cent, Soulja Boy, and Jay-Z as some of his favorite artists, but was also hugely into UK hip-hop, which he's made several videos on, and was a fan of its early pioneers such as Skinny Man, Rodney P, and Mark B and Blade. At just 9 years of age, he decided to start his own rapping. Ross and his friends started a group known as the Toxic Crew and performed their song Ghosts and Ghouls at their Halloween school disco. At age 10, the Toxic Crew sadly broke up. The group practiced after school and the other members joined the swimming club instead. So Trap Lord Ross went solo.
It's crazy. YouTubers doing like lore videos and other YouTubers, man. That's crazy as hell now.
To make a full album. As hard as he tried, Ross' rap career wasn't really going anywhere. He was passionate about his music, but the world wasn't really responding to him in the way that he had hoped. While this may have forced many people to give up, he decided to branch out and figured that if he couldn't become a famous rapper, something else he would like to do was make videos for rappers. So he got into video production as well. He began shooting music videos for artists in his local area, but again, this wasn't very successful either. He was relatively good at it, but not so much that he could make a career out of it at that time. So, in order to pay the bills, he started shooting corporate videos. As you can imagine, this was not exactly his dream job, but it did build up his skill set in video production and helped him hone his skills in the area and put him in an even better position when a more exciting opportunity came knocking on his door, or he took the hinges off the door, like DJ Khaled would say. In his early 20s, he decided to give his rap career one last throw of the dice. He made several rap videos which he poured everything into, but it just wasn't working out. The tipping point was when he was shooting a video for a song called 99 Flake about girls being flaky, and the model who was supposed to play his girlfriend in the video flaked and didn't turn up. The makeup artist on set agreed to be his girlfriend in the video, but on the condition that he wore a mask. That was the nail in the coffin for his rap career. As well as hip-hop, a second love would come into his life. YouTube.
I mean, did he decide that?
Online videos, particularly comedy and hip-hop content. The channel that most inspired him was H3H3 Productions, which although is mainly a podcast today that is a shell, well, what fans would call a shell of its former self, it came to prominence through reaction videos incorporating their own style of comedy. So, shortly after throwing in the towel as a rapper, he started a YouTube channel. He was unsuccessful in becoming the next 50 Cent, but becoming the next Ethan Klein was a much more attainable dream. He channeled his creative energy into making these YouTube videos, which involved a mixture of reaction videos and comedy sketches. In the UK, the department store John Lewis releases a high-budget Christmas advert every year, and Ross' first video is him reacting to this sweet and innocent Christmas commercial with the same off-color and crude humor his fans have grown to know and love. Another sketch was about him playing a nerd trying to become a drill rapper, and another was about tasting the worst foods he could find at the supermarket. He's since deleted all of these videos, but believes they helped him practice in front of the camera. At the same time, he was also expanding his horizons. He started doing stand-up comedy and open mic nights across London. Like his rap career, he was putting himself out there and taking risks. He didn't sit and wonder whether he was any good at stand-up comedy. He went out and did it. However, 3 years after the channel had started, he had accumulated 200 subscribers, which also meant that this was something he was not going to make a living from either, nor was his career as a stand-up comedian doing particularly well. As luck would have it, one of Ross' oldest friends also ran a successful YouTube channel called Ordinary Things, which goes into in-depth detail about things we never really think about, like the history of onions and how soda companies are supposedly evil. He loved hearing Ross tell stories about hip-hop, despite having no interest in the genre himself. Ross would tell his friends about things like how Jay shot his brother when he was 12, and have them hooked on his every word. And when they were hanging out on New Year's Eve, he told Ross that he should make videos about his hip-hop stories. Like his rap career and his comedy career, he didn't wait around and wonder whether he might be good at it. He went out and tried. He made one video about the British rapper Russ.
See, I like that. I like that. Like, that's the mentality you gotta do. It's like, when you just, you know what I'm saying? See something that you could do, you just do it. You know what I'm saying? You don't wonder, think about, because I was literally telling somebody this just the other day. I was like, bro, the longer you sit just waiting and thinking, like, if I should do it, you know what I'm saying? Like, the more you're not going to feel like doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you're thinking and, like, laziness starts to kick in after a while. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, when you do get around to doing it, there are either two things. One, you could just do it. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be like as if you did it right there at that very moment you thought it, or you could do it and you could like not like doing it because you just don't feel like doing it anymore. You know what I'm saying? And that really shows in when you do it. You know what I'm saying? So it could go either of those two routes, other than like when you just do it because it's like it's fresh, it's new, and you just like the interest is peak right now. You know what I'm saying? The interest is top. And like when you just do it right then and there. So, yeah, no, he's definitely the type that'd be like, just do it right then and there, and it's like, all right, for sure, new interest sparked up, boom, just straight into it.
It was a bit too niche. So in January 2019, he made his second video that would escalate him into fame. Everybody and anybody who followed rap knew who Jay-Z was, but very few knew about how he shot his brother when he was 12 or the details surrounding it. At the same time, he was conscious of the fact that he was a white British guy talking about American hip-hop and would be judged before the video even began. This is why this video went into extensive detail.
I mean, I would be lying if I say I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I was looking, I was like, huh. And then again, it's like, in this day and age right now, like, you do see like, they're all like, well, most hip-hop fans, bro, they're white. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? If you look at it from that perspective, it's like most majority of hip-hop listeners are like white, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, when you stop doing club shows and stuff and you start doing stadiums, what are those seats going to be filled with mostly? You feel me? So it's like, at first I was like, yeah, for like 5 seconds, I was like, oh, okay, he's a British white dude talking about hip-hop. And it's like, then again, you know what I'm saying, Bob Marley did have did peak off his career in London, you know what I'm saying? It was like, I won't say predominantly, but it's like, like here in America, like a good vast majority is white, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so it's like Bob Marley did pop off up there, so it's like, oh, okay. After 5 seconds, I was like scanning, and I was just like, oh, for sure. Because I'm pretty sure he's, one of those fans that could be in the seats in the stadium watching Jay-Z, you feel me?
Left no stone unturned in terms of what information was out there. When watching the video in
full,
I was judging it nobody could charge Ross with not knowing what he was talking about or of not being a fan of hip-hop. And this would become his model for future videos. He would essentially take a topic or person that a lot of people knew about, or everyone knew about, and add more nuggets of information which can only be found by doing some very in-depth research. There's a lot of information to take in on some of his videos, but they're broken down into digestible chunks that are easy to understand. When telling hip-hop stories to his friends, he would often have to tell the story to someone who had no interest or knowledge about hip-hop, and this is the same format that he's brought his content to. With these videos, his career in comedy turned out not to be a wasteful effort either. As well as the in-depth research, his humor was another staple of the videos, and what really set him apart when I first discovered him. The videos are often hilarious, but his jokes also give him a certain level of authenticity. He positions himself as very much a quote-unquote outsider in hip-hop, and with that, you get an outsider's perspective, so to speak. And there's a lot of value
You know what's funny?
He said, and I quote,
It's almost like he's saying like he's like the black sheep of the black sheep, you know what I'm saying? Everybody knows about being the black sheep. But what's funny about the term black sheep is that like he's a white guy and the black community, you know what I'm saying? So it's like the black sheep revert. He's like the white sheep, which are just sheep. No, actually they're white sheep because they're a black sheep too, so they're all sheep. You feel me? But you know, in terms of like specificity, if that's a word, you know, to specify, you know, yeah, he's like the black sheep, but it's like an Oreo, but they're still called Oreos. Just that like they just put a little moniker above it, like an asterisk, say you know what I'm saying? But it's like, yeah, he's like the black sheep, like asterisk white, you know what I'm saying? The white black sheep.
I think it's really important for hip hop to have an outsider voice. Jay-Z's whole existence is so stage managed that you need a guy like me to come along and call him an elevator punching bag. A video that propelled him even further was about how Frank Ocean finessed Def Jam and gave a concise breakdown of how Frank cleverly screwed them over with a deal. This hit 1 million views in a week.
I say highly informational, bro. Like,
these videos. He continued putting them out, and at long last, he was making a living out of something he was deeply passionate about. He also started getting noticed by other hip-hop commentators and podcasts. House Phone from No Jumper was one of the earliest to recognize Trap Lord Ross, who soon recommended him to Adam 22. For a hip-hop head like Ross, getting the praise of these individuals was pretty much a dream come true. He was voraciously consuming hip-hop content all the time, so when he heard House Phone and Adam
everybody
22
started watching YouTube, like
stream, he compared it to a normal person watching the Avengers and suddenly hearing
this when it's when YouTube became the new TV.
He's put himself out there, and with that inevitably comes criticism. Many of his videos dealing with gang violence, and because of the sheer amount of information he brings together in his videos, he's been labeled a quote-unquote snitch. His simple response to this is that everything featured on his video is in the public domain, and you can find all of the information from his videos on Google somewhere. The second criticism is that he exploits hip-hop culture and some would say glamorizes
I don't lie, man. Niggas is just stupid, bro. Niggas just stupid. It's like, it's just the way, but it's like, can't blame them because it's like the way they grew up in. It's like, it's really like literally black and white, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's information you can find on Google, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though it's on Google, they don't want you to look it up and like put it out there for like the world to see type shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it's like personal, so it's like it's public and it's personal. You know what I'm saying? Again, black and white. You feel me? But it's like, bro, I'm saying stupid because it's still like right there, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though you don't want it to come out, you don't know everybody in the world, so anybody could make a video about you, you feel me? It's like, you know, factual video because everything you've done is like right there. If someone was interested in your life in some type of way, they want to look up more about you, they could literally type in your name and all that stuff could pop up, you feel me? And yeah, that, you know, they like what you do, but it's like they don't really know you, you feel me? So it's like, oh snap, it's like a fan, bro. It's like, yeah, like freaking, we call it a stan, you feel me? Like they'll look up everything about you just to try to act like you or make a video about you. It's like, you know, like that's a stan, you feel me? And it's like stans go crazy, you feel me? And it's like, bro, that information is gonna come out if that stan decides to take that route, you feel me? Information's gonna come out, so that's why you gotta be prepared. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, artists, all y'all that blown up, you feel me? Like, you gotta be prepared. You gotta be prepared. Because you know the stuff you did to come up, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it can be, it will be accessed and it will be put out there. You feel me? So you just gotta mentally prepare yourself for that type of thing, you know what I'm saying? And if you know what you did was like You know what I'm saying? It's like, what did Lil Wayne say? Expecting the worst but praying for the best. You know what I'm saying? Or hoping for the best. But yeah.
It's quite ridiculous. One particular video he got a lot of flack for was about the murder of FBG Doug. Speaking specifically about his video on the Disconnected podcast, he said, "There's a 15-minute chapter in that video all about the grief his mother went through. That's not glamorous. That's really sad. You know, that's a strong woman that's been through a lot of messed up stuff, and that's an aspect of that story no one ever goes into." Ultimately, Ross says that these are presented as cautionary tales and does not present them as a lifestyle that anyone should pursue. It was his latest video that didn't just ruffle a few feathers, but shook up the entire mainstream hip-hop world. In April 2023, he released a video that he had been working on for at least
And the thing was, I was going to react to that one too, but at that moment, I thought about it too much. And obviously, you know what I'm saying? I didn't get around to doing it.
5 months about the late rapper King Von and called him rap's first serial killer, or questioned. The title in particular rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, as King Von was linked to several murders but never convicted of anything. Ross has since received threats and an avalanche of hate online from this, even from people within the music industry. But like any good journalist, he stood by what he said. Ross argued that King Von was a serial killer in the sense that he seemed to be getting some sort of gratification for the alleged killings, as well as having a thirst for more, which can be seen in his music and social media posts. The video on King Von is a 3.5-hour documentary, so again, you can't really argue that he didn't do his research. He spent months researching all of these cases, which involved going through all of King Von's music, all of his tweets, and connecting them to certain events where people were killed. The video was released on Friday, April 7th, sending shockwaves throughout the hip-hop world, and then was suddenly taken down as it failed to comply with YouTube's guidelines. Ross wrote on Twitter, "Hopefully I can get it back soon. Working with YouTube now, but it's Easter weekend. Still on Patreon if you're desperate." The video claims that the Chicago rapper Von killed at least 11 people, 5 of which took place in 2012. The central part of his argument is that most gang members will kill for survival or see it as a necessary part of the job or lifestyle. King Von seemed to take pride and pleasure in these killings and was still talking about these when he was famous, and when survival was no longer an issue.
I remember seeing a couple music videos and shit.
In terms of court cases, King Von was charged with murder in 2014 for the killing of Malcolm Stuckey, but he was found not guilty. In June 2019, he spent time in jail for the shooting of Alexander Witherspoon, but got out on a $300,000 bond. And in July 2021, Chicago police found that King Von shot Gangster Disciples member Gakira Barnes, K.I., but inconsistencies in witness statements meant that they could not conclusively prove it was him. Whether you agreed with the video or not, you can't accuse Trapper Ross of hiding from his criticism. He's since debated King Von's former manager, 100K Track, who believes that he did not kill anyone. I mean, that's absurd. And he was found not guilty, so that should be the end of it. But Ross follows this up by asking him, if he wasn't a murderer, was he capping or lying when he rapped about killing people? 100K Track's response to this is that he doesn't know. He went on to even debate with a person living in Chicago named King Dave.
Oh, I saw this.
Through making these videos, he could be causing even more
academics came in this one.
In communities that he doesn't live in. Ross asked him whether he believed King Von killed anyone, and Dave's response was that he didn't know.
I said that because I watched it off of his thing on IG.
Bodies could actually be about
no, it was on YouTube.
And not with murdering people, which is one of the craziest takes I've heard in my entire life. Another YouTuber named Lovely T.I. has claimed that this argument was willful ignorance on behalf of King Von fans, and Trapper Ross is not the person people should be mad about. She said, "Y'all got more smoke for this white boy in the UK in this documentary than the fact that King Von himself was perpetuating this lifestyle. He was perpetuating this image." During the King Dave debate, Trapper Ross was put on the spot and asked about what he thinks hip-hop culture is. His answer to this is pretty profound. He said, "I grew up my whole life in this suburban English area, a million miles away from, let's say, the Marcy Projects or Jamaica, Queens, but I grew up listening to people like Jay-Z and 50 Cent and admiring them. These guys are my heroes. For me, hip-hop was always about these guys that came from the most difficult situations. Jay-Z was literally, selling crack in the Marcy Projects, or 50 Cent was getting shot. They shot him 9 times. He's supposed to be dead. These guys bounce back from this and become multi-millionaires. Then Ross taps into where the Chicago drill space is right now. He said, "To me, Chicago drill is all about these guys that were in the most deadly, dangerous situations that you could possibly imagine, and they would talk about it in music, become famous, and get the hell away from those situations." Chief Keef is given as a prime example. And then he adds, "I would say King Von is the polar opposite. He was in those situations as deep as you could possibly be. He became a millionaire out of music, and he couldn't get away from it. He kept trying to stoke the gang war. He allegedly was putting money on people's heads, and in many ways, Von is kind of the antithesis of what I actually think that like the positive side of hip-hop culture should be about." This also goes on with many other people, for example, King Von's cousin having taken down the video, claiming it for false copyright, as well as people like Lil Durk even throwing subtle shots at the idea of Von being a serial killer, but not admitting that he watched the video. And pretty much every single outlet within hip-hop was talking about this while it happened, which is something that we usually don't see from a YouTube video. They don't really go that mainstream. Trap Lord Ross's success is great to see.
New TV.
Hip-hop fans should be proud of the fact that people from different backgrounds can not only look at the art and appreciate it and apply it to their own lives, but also go into such in-depth research that not many others, even from America, are willing to do. It's also a testament to trying new things. For example, having tried comedy, having tried rapping, and eventually all of these skills amalgamated into what he does now and what he enjoys doing.
Alright, you guys, so that was how British YouTuber shook up the entire hip-hop world by Hello You Seen, man. Well put together video, by the way, on Trap Lord Ross, man. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, you feel me? So, but make sure to let me know your thoughts about it down in the comment section down below. You already know it's Boomer with Bali Star. Make sure to leave a like, support the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new so that we can join up with the all-star gang up in this thing. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. 100. Oh!
It's fuck whatever they say, since they talk behind our back. So I don't care what they say about, don't care what they say about. It's clear that they hating, talking like they mad. So I don't care what they say about, don't care what they say